Like with every personally profound and meaningful journey, whether it is acquiring a skill, building a strong body, or establishing a business, there is always an end goal in mind. Our incentive to start a journey depends on the desired state and rewards that we will relish along the journey and once we get to the final destination. As many leaders would say, always begin and plan with an end in mind. That vision that you have will always play an important role along and within your unique journey, and they will serve as your ultimatum when the going gets tough and will reveal the answer of the extent in which you are willing to go through those obstacles and keep soldiering on. However, what many people tend to underestimate is the magnitude of the obstacles that they will be going through. You see, gentlemen, what many people would assume and expect of the obstacles that they are going to face are only the usual technical mishaps, setbacks, and failures that we all can learn from, improvise, adapt, and apply to our next attempted efforts. But in addition to all those obstacles, there are also obstacles that come from those technical defeats that are more enigmatic than what they initially seemed, and these types of obstacles will be the ones that will brutally test your levels of dedication and trust in yourself, especially in the beginning. Yes, in contrary to the cliche that we are all accustomed to, most people actually quit on their journey in the beginning because of the overwhelming sense of incompetence, lack of progress, stagnations, impatience, comparisons, discouragement from others, extinguishment of motivation, and the decay of confidence due to the lack of knowledge, practice, and experience. These emotional whirlwinds of thoughts early on will make you question your choices and decisions that you've made to embark on your journey, and whether the sacrifices you have made and will be making is all going to be worth it. That is why you can often notice and somewhat predict people through their demeanor that they've already quit before they even started. These are the trials before the actual storm. You will experience most of your soul-crushing defeats early on in your journey. We all hate failing and losing, don't we? Especially as men. And we all hate that sense that everybody is winning in life, but here you are still bleeding and trying to figure out your place in this world. But at the start of your journey, and in every big journey, it is quote-unquote perfectly normal for you to go through and experience all these things. In fact, you must experience all of them because they are the testament of your authenticity towards both your commitment and your sense of responsibility. Getting your ass kicked is the best teacher. This is what you must understand first, gentlemen. Acquiring great and valuable skills or knowledge takes intense effort, focus, and time. Solving a puzzle starts with you rummaging around, picking up the pieces and understanding where those pieces fit in the whole picture. And that involves initially fitting a lot of pieces in the wrong places. Building a strong and aesthetic physique starts with you identifying and understanding your current physical limits and also picking out and eventually mastering your specific exercise selections that will serve your goals and fit your routine, which involves initially failing in a lot of lifts and messing up on your technique in order to slowly identify and cultivate all the necessary components that you need to propel you towards your end goal that you've envisioned. As you overcome those early adversities, you will gradually develop that sense of practical competence, and as you start to notice small results emitting from your work, so does the increase in your confidence level. Some people mistake self-belief as something that is inherited or it is a natural gift that only strong-willed people have, but the truth is, self-belief is not an ethereal force of nature. It is a gradual growth on our sense of self-assurance that is slowly cultivated through achieving minor successes and progress. And as you experience those sensations, you will slowly uncover and realize the true capability and capacity of your potential that you have been doubting ever since the beginning when you are still contemplating on whether you should keep going or even attempt to start your journey. All of these will result in you building momentum and will naturally accelerate your progress because as your confidence grows, so does your incentives and commitment to test the limits of your capabilities. However, the challenges do not stop then and there. Along your journey and as you have established your base level of competence, practice, and experience, the outcome of your work and your mental perseverance will be further tested through the criticisms of others and also through the identification and realization on the extent of your own limitations. This is where most people will also be highly tempted to quit because of the pressure to please others due to their inexperience in handling harsh criticisms or choosing between what's right and wrong, and also realize realizing that their limitations are not at the level that they expect themselves to be in. So as they test their limits, they will occasionally slip, make mistakes, and experience a slight or a significant fall from grace in the quality of their work, onto which they tend to further self-deprecate themselves from. And if you add in unfortunate circumstances that are out of your control affecting your performance and progress, the lack of understanding and acceptance can lead to their own eventual self-sabotage. However, the good news is that even though you will be highly tempted to quit, you won't find it easy just to let go of everything. All the work you've done, all the time and resources you've spent, all the sacrifices you've made, all of your being that you've committed into the journey will all resonate within you and will prevent you from walking away. Because your journey has already become a significant part of your life, it has become a huge part of your own sense of routine, lifestyle, livelihood, self-esteem, and self-worth. It is only natural that the more time, resources, and emotions that we invest into something, or someone for that matter, the harder it is for us to let go of them, despite circumstances going south on us. But of course, it is only advisable and more reliable for you to invest more profoundly into the things that you can control. And even if you experience a significant fall from grace in your journey, all the work you've done before will ensure that you have the capability and the confidence for you to return to your prime state. It is way easier to quit in the beginning than it is to quit when you're already halfway there. Take my personal example for instance, and I do believe most of you gentlemen can relate to this. I've been in fitness for 5 years now, and in those 5 years I've gone through 2 occasions of the dislocation of my left shoulder, a mild hernia underneath my pelvis, a golfer's elbow, a torn LCL and left hip adductor, which left me on the sidelines for quite a significant amount of time. Did I contemplate about quitting fitness rather than further damaging my body? Yes, I did. But did I ever expect that I will quit? Absolutely not. Fitness have become such a huge part of my life, and I've invested so much into it that I would never quit on it. Even if it means losing significant strength and aesthetics, I have all the skills, confidence, and experience to build them back again, on which I did and eventually exceeded my limits. The only thing that can eventually make you walk away completely is if the journey itself and the end goal does not mean a lot to you, or an extreme and exceptional circumstance force you to choose a different and alternative path. That is why a man's willpower will not exist without the will itself, or the deep-rooted personal cause behind your choice and decision to embark on your journey in the first place. Your desire and obsession to succeed must be greater than your fear of failure, because then, no matter how many obstacles you encounter, no matter how many setbacks and defeats you have to experience, you will always possess that unstoppable craving and tenacity to try to find your way around them or through them. It is all about winning the psychological warfare that you will be having with yourself, the battle between the fight or flight mode inside your head and the constant contemplation of which is the right choice will occupy your every thought. The question of how much willpower and perseverance that a man possess relies on the answer of that single question. What does this journey personally mean to you? Or how badly do you want to see and experience the finish line? Perseverance is just like the words of Rocky Balboa himself. It is not about how many punches you can take, but how many times can you fall from those punches and then keep getting yourself back on your feet, dusting yourself off, and fight back to get what you want. Thank you for watching.